we're gonna do is we're going to install NetIQ Advanced Authentication Server, which is the multi-factor authentication server from Micro Focus. So what you need to have is the ISO file here, which is Advanced Authentication Appliance. You can see here it's an ISO file which I downloaded from Micro Focus site. Yeah, yes, of course, you need to have a license for that. So after you have this ISO file downloaded, you just need to mount this ISO file in your virtual environment, right? You don't need any base operating system like any Linux or Windows. It's the operating system is inbuilt within it. You don't need to have any base operating system, right? So let me quickly start the installation. So remember, it's just the ISO file. You need it, right? No base operating system. Let me create a new virtual machine. Just let me browse for the image. All right. Okay, so for this advanced authentication ISO image, again the kernel is your Linux only, and it is based on the SUSE. So you need to select here the Linux, and the version will be your SUSE Linux 64. Just need to name. Let me give a name to this virtual machine. Alright, so since this is a demo environment, I'm giving 40 GB. You can just give as per your requirement, as per the license count, as per the user count. Just storing it on the single file. Yeah, customizing the hardware. So for the demo purpose, I am giving it 4 GB of RAM, but it is recommended if better you have 8 GB of RAM, right, to function it properly. Configuring network settings. That's it. Just finish. Let me power on my virtual machine. Right, so the setup has been started. You just need to click on install advanced authentication appliance. Just press enter. And the initial the installation will start. It will gonna take at least 15 to 20 minutes to get the appliance started. And once the appliance installed, and when we start or we try to access the web-based console of this advanced authentication server, you will see that the web application within this advanced authentication will take at least 5 or 7 minutes to come up. It's the standard thing with the advanced authentication server. Let me select destroying all data on SDA. Yes, continue, because it's my new virtual machine. It will load all the files here. This step generally takes around 5 to 7 minutes. Yeah, I think it's going faster this time. Yeah, so while it is getting installed, I was telling that when we initially access the portal of my advanced authentication server, the web service generally takes 5 to 7 minutes to come up, and it will show something like appliance is not starting up kind of thing. So don't worry about that. It will come up after 5 or 7 minutes, or it may take 10 minutes sometime. verifying STA. So it is completing all the procedures and processes at the background. It is just like installing an operating system, right? Uh, Following to this, we'll be getting the configuration steps where we'll configure the host name, the IP address, and network settings we need to configure. Okay, that's good. Okay. Uh, this step may also take the reading appliance settings may also take around 5 minutes maximum. Okay, so here we get the window to configure. This is the license agreement which you can accept or abort. Just accepting it, and yes, we need to set the root password. Just putting on a password here, confirm password. Then vadmin. A vadmin is a special admin within this advanced authentication server. So to configure the password for this as well. Then configure same password for this also. It depends on you. NTP server, if you have any NTP server within your organization, so you can configure that, right? Uh, Time settings, time zone is something I don't know why you don't have any option to change it from here. So I'll show you later on how to change the time settings. You need to go, you need to run a command actually, which is yast command, YAST, and from there you get an option to do the time configuration option. For now I'm just clicking on next. Host name, I need to give a host name, so I'm giving it mfa dot my lab, a domain name. You have the options to configure the static IP address and DHCP address. I'm just putting on static IP address, and I will give one IP address here. It's just the standard network setting we need to do. You need to put on the gateway for this to connect to the internet, the DNS server. I'm just putting my IP address here for the DNS server, and this. You can put optional servers, more DNS servers as an option. It's giving another option. So we have more than 2 or 3 DNS servers you can put on. It's doing the configuration at the backend. What we fed him with the data, it is getting stored, and the configuration is being done. And as it said, this may take a while. Now we'll have our setup ready in few minutes. Again, this step generally takes again about 5 to 7 minutes again. Alright, so our setup is now complete. We are getting the login option. Let me just log in with the credentials, the root and password which I have configured. Alright, so it's there. It's verified. Okay. Alright, so regarding time, what I was saying that you must have noticed that, or if you remember that you didn't get the option to change the time zone there. So what you need to do is you need to run this command yast, y-a-s-t, and then from here you can do the configuration changes. Right, you can go to system, date and time. Okay, files, etc has been changed manually. Okay, continue. Yeah, so you get the option here. So in this from India location, so I'm just changing it to Asia. Press tab, and then I think I need to find Kolkata here. Yeah, we are having Kolkata here. Just click on, press some tab buttons, and then when you get to OK, press enter, and it's done. Quit. Okay, now it's done. Let me just try open up the console, the dashboard for this multi-factor authentication which we just installed. Let me open it up. I pre-configured the bookmark for this. Okay, so this was, I was talking about appliance is under maintenance starting up. So as I was saying earlier that when you uh, when you do the initial configure, I mean installation or any reboot for this appliance, the web service will take some time to come up. It may take up to 5 minutes or 7 minutes, or sometime it may take up to 10 minutes as well. So let's wait for this service to come up. I'll just keep on refreshing. Okay, now it's up. So this is the initial dashboard, initial window you get when you do the first time access of this advanced authentication server. And you must have noticed that it didn't ask us the username and password. So username and password, we will be configuring it now. So let me click on new cluster, because this is my initial configuration, new installation. I'm just clicking on new cluster. Or if you have any pre-installed advanced authentication instance and you just want to add one more server into the existing cluster, in that case you need to click on existing cluster. So I'm just clicking on new cluster, then next, then the DNS hostname of the MFA server itself. This IP address 192.168.88.2, it will take it automatically from its network settings. You can either keep it like this only, 192.168.8, that is the IP address, or you can just give the host name. I'm just giving the host name here, demo.local. Of course you need to have the DNS record created for this MFA, for your MFA server. Yeah, so here you need to set the initial password for your local admin, right? So local admin will be the administrator for this device, for this appliance, and this admin ID will be local to this MFA server, right? I'm just configuring a password. Click on next. Encryption key, great. Next. Yeah. So after we have all the configuration done, it will save and restart the appliance, right? Automatically, right? So as you'll see that it is saying that it is getting restarted, right? Restarting. So we just wait here, maybe again 5 or 7 or maybe 10 minutes, because as I was saying that when you do the reboot of this multi-factor authentication server, the web service takes some time to come up. So let's wait. We'll see. You must, yeah, save and restart in progress. 30 seconds. I think it will keep on telling us. 25 seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds. So every 5 seconds it will remind us that it is getting saved and restarted. You see, the appliance is under maintenance. We again got this message because this appliance has been restarted, but the service will take again 5 or 7 minutes. So let's wait. While waiting, I'll just keep on refreshing the page so that we will know when this come up. It's up now. So after you have all the initial configuration installation done, so this is the administrator page you will get. Let me log in. So you can either give the admin or you may give the repository name, which is local here in this case, and then the user ID. Click on next. Okay, so this is the initial dashboard you will get after the installation. So guys, that was the installation for this. I'll be creating more videos on the configuration part, right? How to do the initial configuration and various other things, right? Thank you.